Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, Council, Mayor Burcroft, audience. This is the City of Romulus City Council regular meeting for Monday, November 27th, 2017. At this time, the agenda calls for roll call, and we will do that at this time. Councilwoman Abdo.
Here.
Councilman Barton.
Here.
Councilwoman Roscoe.
Here.
Councilwoman Talley.
Here.
Councilman Wadsworth. Councilwoman Webb.
Here.
Councilwoman Williams.
Here.
Mr. Chair, the roll will show that we have for this evening, a
Thank you.
quorum.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
You have before you an amended agenda, and we've added line item 6.4. This time, we will read the amended agenda. Number 1, agenda. Number 2, minutes. Number 3, petitioner. Number 4, chairperson's report. Number 5 is mayor's report. 6, clerk's report. 6B, treasurer's report. 7, public comment. 8, unfinished business. 9, new business. 10, communication. 11 is warrant 17-22. And number 12 is adjournment. And a motion would be in order to accept the amended council agenda as presented.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Talley, supported by Ms. Roscoe for the approval of amended agenda as presented. Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Webb.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Yes, Mr. Wadsworth, too.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Wadsworth. I thought you was absent, so you been called in earlier. Excuse me.
Number 2 are the minutes, and for approval are the minutes from the regular meeting held on November 13th, 2017.
Move for November 3rd, 2017.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo, for approval of the minutes from the regular council meeting, which was held November 13th, 2017. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
No.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
There were no special meetings held on November 13th. There are no petitioners on the agenda. Number 4 is the chairperson's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. First of all, I hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. I know I did, ate a lot. And we all would like to thank the Romulus House, the National Honor Society, Fire Department, elected officials, for a wonderful event Wednesday for the free Thanksgiving dinner. That was served public for a great cause that the good fellows are doing. I know that tonight was a night of tree lighting, and I was sorry that I missed that night. It's the first time I missed tree lighting in 12 years. I did get an opportunity to look at it on the phone, and as always, it turned out to a very, very special and enlightening event. Now I would like to recognize Councilman Wadsworth.
Thank you, Mr. Barton. I'd like a memorial resolution for Mrs. Irene Bezick, and I'll expand if somebody will support it.
Support.
Mrs. Bezick passed away on the 16th of November at the ripe old age of 97 years and 5 months. She may have been the oldest living resident that we, was in this town. She was married to Ed Bezick, who used to be the township supervisor in the late 60s, and Ed was instrumental in this building being built, in fact. And Mr. Bezic also served as our county commissioner. Irene and Ed were married, I believe they got to 70 years. They had 2 sons, 1 daughter, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Mrs. Bezic was a member of St. Aloysius Church, and we would always see her at the 5 o'clock mass. It's ironic, but they lived on Hildebrand. They moved there in 1936, and I understand that she was there until this past August when she could no longer take care of herself, and she passed away with her son and daughter, I guess, in Ohio. You know, it's sometimes death can be very sad, but this is really a celebration for this woman of 97 years plus. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wadsworth. Okay. Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved. With that, that's going to conclude the chairperson's report.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to accept your report.
I support that.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Talley, to accept the chairperson's report. Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Webb.
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved. Thank you.
Number 5 is the mayor's report.
Good evening, City Council, Clerk, sitting in and for the Deputy Clerk and audience. Had a great event, as John said. My quote I brought is actually a scriptural one that ties into the Thanksgiving message, and I love it. It's Psalm 136, verse 1, short and sweet. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. And I can't think of how thankful we are and how blessed we are, this country we have, to be able to have family, food, a warm building, a roof over our head, a democracy. I mean, to be able to gather earlier, as you said, John, and do a tree lighting. So I just want to say thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to the electeds and to our residents, and I'm excited about the next season, which is the Christmas season. So we had an awesome tree lighting. Thank you, DPW, who did an awesome job. Tanya and her team, and Jazz and Dennis and everybody who made it a success. We had people volunteering time, and the high school chorus was there, and just a good time had by all. So let's keep that spirit moving forward. We have a lot of events still coming up. It's a busy time of the year, I know, for everybody, but we'd like to run a quick video clip to just highlight some of those if we could.
Good evening. Here are some events coming up. First of all, yard waste pickup has been extended to the week of December 4th through the 8th. On Thursday the 30th, the holiday train will come rumbling through somewhere between 8 and 10 p.m. Concessions will be available. A brunch with Santa will be at the Senior Center December 2nd at 10:30 a.m. Cost of $10 includes the brunch, special crafts, and a picture with the jolly old large guy. Registration deadline is Wednesday. The Romulus Recreation Commission, along with the Beautification Committee, are partnering together to recognize homes in Romulus that are decorated for the holiday. You can nominate your own home or a neighbor's by calling or visiting the Recreation Department or City Hall at 734-941-8665. Romulus once again is participating in Wreaths Across America with a wreath-laying ceremony at the Romulus Memorial Cemetery Saturday, December the 16th at 10 a.m. There will be a short program preceding the laying of the wreaths. The Romulus Rotary Club will sponsor New Year's Eve at the Progressive Hall. Proceeds to benefit the Progressive Club. Cost is $75 per person. Includes a full catered dinner, live band, drinks, and a champagne toast at midnight. For more information, please call 313-590-9485. To find out more about our community events, go to the locations noted at the bottom of your screen. Thank you and have a nice evening.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Roger. few business items under my report. First one up is item A. What you have is, and we're excited about this one, a recommendation from Kevin Kraus, our Deputy Fire Chief. And this is to authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into the attached personal service contract with Carrie Thompson, a grant writer consultant. This is, the costs for the grants are incorporated into the grants themselves, and this is going to really help us in the public safety arena, so.
Through the chair, if I may. I'd like to make that motion to authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into the attached personnel services.
I'd like to support that.
Discussion.
Okay, it was motion by Ms. Webb, supported by Ms. Talley, and this is for the personal service contract, grant writing consultant. Ms. Webb?
Discussion.
Yes.
Barton?
Oh, discussion, please.
Discussion.
If I could, through the chair,
Yes.
is this just for the fire department, or?
This is any public safety, primarily fires where it came through. Kevin Kraus and I met with them. This gentleman actually was at the Eastern Michigan Command Staff Training Facility, but he's done grants in Detroit. In fact, you recall when they got their EMS equipment and some others, so we're really excited about it. I don't want to just limit it to fire, because if there's anything in, emergency service arena, if there's grants available, we're going to go after them.
Okay,
If
fine.
that makes sense.
Yes.
That was my question also, but I wanted to expand on that. Since he is in the grant writing arena, can this be utilized in terms of recreation or anything else in terms of economic development? Does he do that also?
His forte is in public safety, but believe me, we're looking for opportunities. We just had one now that came from CDBG that could be used for fire trucks. So if we can put it to use here in the city of Romulus and get grants, we're going to look for them.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion is approved.
Thank you, council. The next item is a request, or really just a renewal, and it's to concur with the administration, authorize the renewal of our Michigan Municipal League membership for those dues January 1, 2018 through December 31st of 2018. Total amount $7,152. Those funds have been budgeted and are available out of the listed account.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion for the 2018 MML membership dues.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Abdo. This is for the 2018 MML membership dues. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. The next item is a request that came through Lynn Conway, Purchasing Director, and Ellen Craig Bragg, our City Clerk, and that's to concur with the administration and award bid ITB 17/18-11 to the only bidder, Associated Newspapers of Michigan, for the printing and publication of the official notices, and to establish the city's official newspaper for 2018 at the per column inch price of $4.75. Those funds have been verified and budgeted for the general fund clerk's office printing and publications and elections printing and publication account that's listed.
So move, Mr. Chairman, to award the bid to the Associated News as the official newspaper.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo, and this is for the ITB 17/18/11, 2018 official newspaper, which is associated. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. Last item, well, actually, a couple more for action items. I do have, this request came from Lynn Conway, Purchasing Director, and Andy McKay, who's from the Romulus Athletic Center, General Manager, and it's to concur with the administration, award ITB 17/18-13, and that's to the lowest, most responsive and responsible bidder, Frank's Landscaping Supply LLC. The amount's $12,775. That's for snow removal, ice management for the upcoming 17-18 season for the RAC.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion for ITB 17/18-13, 2017-2018 snow removal, ice management services for Romulus Athletic Center, rink management.
Support that.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Talley, and this is for the ITB 17/18-13, 2017-18 snow removal ice management service for Romulus Athletic Center, rink management. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. Last item for action is the request that came to concur with the administration, authorized the mayor and clerk to enter into a 4-year retainer agreement for Stephen Hitchcock of the law firm Gianmarco Mullins and Horton, PC, and that's pursuant to the section 5.7, item G of the city charter.
So moved, Mr. Chairman, to award the Corporation Council, and it's at the rate of $135 an hour.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Webb, and this is for our Corporation Council. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
No.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Council, the other item is just an item of information. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Mayor.
6A is the clerk's report. And again, good evening, council, and I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Our deputy clerk couldn't be here this evening, and she's a little bit under the weather. Please keep her in your thoughts and prayers. But sitting in for her is our administrative assistant, Ann Lammers, so very capable of doing the job. So welcome, Ann. Right. I have 4 items under the clerk's report. First item is 6A1. And this is a study session request from our city treasurer, Stacy Page. And this would be a 15-minute study session for Monday, December the 4th, to discuss the city quarterly investment report. And that would begin at 6:15 and ending at 6:30.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion to set up a study session request from City Treasurer Stacy Page for Monday, December 4th, 2017, from 6:15 to 6:30 p.m. to discuss city quarterly investment report.
I support that.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Talley. And this is for a study session request from our city treasurer, Stacy Page, for Monday, December the 4th, 2017, from 6:15 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. And this is to discuss city quarterly investment report. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
The chair votes yes, we will have our study session.
6A2, we have 2 public hearing requests. Our DDA and CDBG coordinator, Maria Lambert, is requesting 2 public hearings to be scheduled in order to receive comments on proposed projects for the Wayne County Community Development Block Grant. The first public hearing request is for December the 11th. At 7:00 p.m. And the second public hearing request is for January 3rd, 2018, at 7:00 p.m. And again, this is to receive the comments from the public on proposed projects for Wayne County Community Development Block Grant.
So moved, Mr. Chairman. Meeting of December the 11th at 7 p.m. and for the public hearing on, both public hearings on January the 3rd, 2018, at 7 p.m.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Webb, and this is requesting 2 public hearings for anticipated 2017-18 CDBG projects. First public hearing, as stated, was December 11th, 2017, at 7 p.m. And the second public hearing on January 3rd at 7 p.m. That's January 2018, of course. Discussion.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I just wanted to make sure that these were going to be televised. When we discussed this last year, I wanted to make sure that we were going to televise public hearings. So I guess I'm directing that at you, Mr. Mayor. I feel that we should televise our public hearings. I don't know how anybody else feels.
I agree.
So for these, you want them televised? Okay.
Public hearings, I think that would be appropriate.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Ms. Abdo. Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Ms. Talley,
Oh, yes.
Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A3, this is a Board of Review reappointment. The Executive Advisory Committee met on September 25th, 2017, and concurs with City Assessors Julie Albert to reappoint Reverend Edward J. Thomas to the Board of Review. The Executive Advisory Committee recommends that City Council approve the reappointment of Reverend Thomas to the Board of Review with his term to commence January 1st, 2018, and expire on December 31st, 2019.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion to reappoint Reverend Edward J. Thomas to the Board of Review.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Williams. This is for Board of Review reappointment of Reverend Edward J. Thomas. Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
And the last item under the clerk's report is 6A4. This is a one-hour study session request from our Assistant Finance Director, Abby Akins. Again, this is a one-hour study session, and the date is for Monday, December 4th, 2017, beginning at 6:30 p.m. And this is to discuss the water and sewer ordinance update.
So moved for December the 4th at 6:30 p.m.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo. This is for the one-hour study session, request from our Abby Akins, Assistant Finance Director, for Monday, December the 4th, 2017 at 6:30 p.m. to discuss our water and sewer ordinance updates. Any discussion? Being no discussion, roll call vote. Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Ms. Williams.
Yes.
Ms. Talley.
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Ms. Webb.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. That concludes the action items under the clerk's report. And for your information, we provided a notice from Comcast.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Our city treasurer is not here this evening. That takes us to number 7, public comment. And this is a portion of the agenda for individuals that would like to address council. Please raise your hand, and when recognized by the chair, approach the podium and state your name and address. We ask that you please limit your remarks to 3 minutes, which are subject to being extended an additional 3 minutes by consent of the chair. There shall be no personal attacks. Remarks shall not contain any profanity, racial, ethnic, religious, sexual, or national origin slurs or overtones. Anyone making such remarks shall lose his or her right to address city council. A response, if appropriate, will be provided under agenda item number 8, unfinished business, if that information is available at this time. Items that may require further investigations will receive a response at a later date. Mr. Chair, we do not have any written requests at this time.
Okay, thank you. Any comments from the audience? Yes, Sister David.
I'm David Willett. I'm president of Associated Newspapers, which includes the Romulus Roman, and I just want to thank you for renewing our contract with the city. I think it's an honor and a privilege to serve you, and we have been doing, our masthead has been serving the city of Romulus since, I think it's 1889, and never missed a week. So your city is important to us, and we do everything we can to satisfy your needs, and If you have any complaints, please direct them to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Willett.
Questions? Okay.
Any question for Mr. Willett? Any other comments from the audience? Yes, Ms. Gina.
Mayor, Council, and residents of Romulus. I'm Gina Wilson Stewart, 10748 West Jefferson. And I want to congratulate all you guys for winning the election. I know you guys are ready to serve, right? Well, so am I. As you guys know, I'm the president of the Western Wayne County NAACP, and I'm standing to bring you some comments on what we've been doing for the last year. So I started in January, and the first year will be up in December. I am excited about our accomplishments we've had, and our last meeting was an off-site meeting, which we had it in the city of Ecorse, and we talked about gerrymandering, as well as getting jobs for youth and apprenticeships. We do, I think for this year is restoring hope through jobs and freedom. Jobs, of course, everybody knows what that is. Freedom is free their minds as well as freedom from the criminal justice system. So as we move forward, some of the things we're going to be working on, and one that I need you guys help on, I don't know who to speak to on this one because each city has been different. I'm trying to find out the unemployment rate of the city of Romulus, and then I would just want it broken down in a couple of different categories. I just need to know who to talk to about that. And the other question that I'm gonna need some response on is for the criminal justice system, we're gonna be looking at people 25 and under. What are their normal crimes that they've been getting arrested for, and then 26 and over as we try to break down. We have a couple of groups working on different topics. And so we're trying to divide and conquer. I can't handle everything, so we have different committees that's working on these topics. So I'm gonna get the information back from you guys and then pass it on. But we do know as time goes forward, we need to have a plan. And we are preparing our plan for December so that when we hit January 1, we're ready to rock and roll. We know that next year is a very, very important election. Not that all elections aren't important. That right to vote is very critical, and we need to respect that right. We know that in August, there's another huge election, and we need to get more people out to the polls, but we don't want them to just get engaged in August. We want people to be engaged in January and February and every month going forward, so that when we have a conversation, we're not just talking about voting in August or November. We want them to talk about the issues that we are fighting for. So of course, they're going to be gerrymandering as well as the criminal justice system are things that we're working on. Other things we're working on is education. And we haven't had a youth branch at the Western Wayne County NAACP since I've been a member. So what we needed was 25 youth members in order to reactivate our youth branch, and we made it. So I went to Robichaud High School last week, and we actually came over our threshold. So we have enough members to start our youth branch, which is very, very exciting, because we think that if we grab them while they're young and teach them and train them, then when they get older, they're like, okay, I'm part of the process. I'm not part of the problem. So that's what we're trying to go with. So we definitely want our youth to be able to shadow some of you guys so they can see what happens in government. They have no idea. You ask them questions, they're clueless on what happens and what you guys do. They don't know. So we want to create a program where the youth can actually sit with you guys, maybe not the new guys, because you may not know, but to sit with you guys to actually learn what it takes to be a city council person, a state rep, and, mayor. You just never know what they want to do, but they don't know until we put it into them. And that's what we're going to be focusing on starting next year. We're so excited. We have the youngest person is maybe 8 years old, and then it goes up to 20. Once you hit 21, you're actually an adult, of course. But we're excited, and I want you guys to be excited with us as we expand and move forward. So I think those are the only issues I had with the NSP. And lastly, the question I had for you guys was under 5E, corporate counsel. I didn't know if that went out for a bid or not. I know it was $135 an hour, but I didn't see a bid awarded. So That is all I have. Membership into the NAACP is $30 for adults, $10 for youth. I have information and applications. And for you members who have already joined, I have your lapel pin for the Romulus Council. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Gina. Any other comments from the audience? If there are no other comments from the audience, we'll close that part out, Madam Clerk.
Number 8 is unfinished business.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
I made notes on the information that Ms. Stewart requested, and we can get her the unemployment rate and direct her to the right source to get the crime rates. The question on 5E, corporate counsel, that is not bid, that was a personal service contract according to charter, and it was the same price as prior. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there any more unfinished business? Okay, moving on. Number 9 is new business. Number 10 is communication.
Yes, I have a communication. I just want to wish my son-in-law, Brian Snowball, a happy birthday. Today is his birthday. And I just want to say happy birthday, son-in-law, and keep taking care of my daughter. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, can I speak? I just want to say I attended an event this morning with our youth, talking about youth, called the Red Ribbon Weeks Award. It was hosted by the Romulus Drug Task Force, was it? Awesome event. Had a number of youths out there, and they were actually celebrated for submitting a poster, essay, or poem about the dangers of drugs and alcohol. It was a great event. They were celebrated, and I just think that was very key. Youth are very important. Youth are very important to our community, so I concur with a lot of things you said also, Ms. Stewart, and I think that's important. So we did have a great event this morning with our kids, and I just think we need to keep that in mind about our youth. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
And thank you, Ms. Talent.
If there's no more communication, number 11 for approval is warrant 17-22.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we pay warrant 17-22 in the following amounts. General Fund, $119,038.61. Major Fund, $1,887.90. Local Street Fund, $3,297.63. Cable TV, $37.98. Merriman Road Special Assessment, $15,180.31. Garbage and Rubbish Collection Fund, $300. Brownfield Redevelopment Authority Fund, $150. 911 Service Fund, $3,343.32. NARC Forfeiture State, $290.97. Library Fund, $10,259.49. DDA, $41.36. Tifa District 2, 18 cents. Vining Road Extension E-Course Construction, $126,595.72. Water and Sewer Fund, $295,304.65. Motor Vehicle, $32,555.03. Technology Services, $7,597.31. Retiree Insurance Benefits, $199,052.47. Revolving Fund, $5,214. Payroll Fund, $86,098.82, for a grand total of $906,245.75.
Support. Been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Mr. Wadsworth. This is to pay warrant number 17-22 for $906,245.75. Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Ms. Tally,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
No with discussion.
Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Okay.
discussion, Ms. Williams.
I would like, what is the city of Romulus, the $16,694 for? It's paying the city of Romulus? I mean, what department? Through the chair, if I may
Yes,
say.
Ms. Webb.
I don't know if we failed to share with you. All invoices and all information that's on this warrant is on the table in the council chamber. In that basket, you can go through all those invoices, and it'll show you exactly where it's from, who it's to, or whatever. And no, that was not shared with me, but I was asking, the mayor or the mayor pro tem to answer that, because that
Excuse me.
wasn't shared to me before this meeting. Oh, I'm sorry, I just thought maybe you've seen that basket, I was going through it myself. No, I did. And also,
If I could, and it's probably our fault, Mrs. Williams, for not
yes,
including me.
thank you. And also I was just concerned about the Enterprise rental-car. Are we renting cars from Enterprise to the tune of over 21,000? Is that something else I should have been told before the meeting?
I guess, Mr. Chairman, I would say welcome go through the basket, any of those. I mean, we can get you the answers to those. We have complete details of everyone, where it went, what line item in the budget and so forth. So any council people, if you have any questions on anything in the warrant, the actual invoice and packing slip is in the basket, and we'll be happy to provide you anything you need.
Okay, well, I would ask that before we get another warrant, that I would be instructed to where to get this information, so I don't have to be wondering what's going on, because I was not aware before this meeting that this information was in some basket.
Sure. Be happy, to anybody, once you get your warrant, you want to go through any of it, we'll make sure that's available, set aside. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, can I speak as well?
Sure.
And just as a heads up, when I was going through my package over the weekend, I just want to thank the mayor and his staff. They're very transparent and open door policy. I called a couple of directors this morning, just kind of went through the package and asked questions about things that didn't quite make sense to me. And I got a lot of answers and just kind of helped with some of the things that I was looking at through in the package. So they're very open door, very transparent, and they helped me along with the package. So I just wanted to throw that out there too. Call them at any time. They answer the phones and they're open.
Okay, I'd like to add also, Ms. Webb mentioned about the basket earlier. I know when I first started on council, I was inquisitive what was that basket for anyway. So I asked around, just being inquisitive because the basket was there. Sometime that thing that you don't know, like Ben mentions, open door policy. Nobody's hiding anything. So feel free, anybody on council, to request any kind of information you want.
Just also a reminder, Mr. Chairman, our chief of staff, she did send a memo around, so anybody there, if some of you want to check in on a weekly basis before council, that's what we're here for, to make sure we answer questions. If it's something we have to get back to you on, we will. But some utilize that, some do not, but feel free. If you have those questions that come from any time you get your packet or some other issues, that's what we're here to do, is help you out. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. And the last one is Ms. Williams.
We vote?
You vote?
Did we vote on the warrant?
We vote on the warrant. You wanted a discussion before you voted?
Okay, I said no.
Okay. All right. Been motioned by Ms. Abdos, supported by Mr. Supported by Mr. Wadsworth, to pay warrant number 17-22, and that was for the $906,245.75. And the roll call has been called, and the chair votes yes, and warrant number 17-22 will be paid. Thank you.
Number 12 is adjournment.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe for adjournment. Ms. I'm sorry. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Williams? Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. We are adjourned. Thank you.